Hello and welcome to Goose Live. I'm your host, Charlie Stivers, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about small business and entrepreneurship and how we can find resources and communities to help us just, get that leg up and find a home and, you know, build a community with others who are going through the same battles that we are. So I'll be excited to introduce our guest today. They have a conference coming up, so you're going to want to tune in for this, and I'll be right back in a moment to introduce her. All right, welcome back to Goose Live. And today's guest, I'm really excited to have known this lady for, 2 years now. And after COVID opened back up, I was really in this search to find a community to grow with and other small business owners, entrepreneurs that were going through the same challenges I was going through. So I came across this group called Achieve Business Systems. And really had a great time connecting. And then when I found out the resources that they had available, I was like, wow, this is a very powerful and resourceful community. So our guest today has really been a vital part and this key figure in the supportive community that we all need in having a small business and entrepreneur. So Vanessa Raymond, she's a co-owner of Achieve Business Systems, a success coach who embraces her brand, The Victory Factor. She has sold a business, she's a published author, a leadership speaker, and a wellness industry trainer. Welcome to the show, Vanessa.
Hello, Charlie. Thank you. I really appreciate you having me here today.
Yeah, thanks for joining in and helping us get the word out to other entrepreneurs and small business owners. I know how important that is. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump into it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself first and the progress that you've seen, your take on Achieve and how it's grown in the last 2 years. I think it has been the most impressive for me and my perspective.
Thank you, Charlie. Yes, like all of us who are in the entrepreneurial space, we all have plenty of different chapters that we live and that we go through. And I feel the last 3 years, specifically since the pandemic, I've seen growth for everyone, and I've really felt it in myself too. And not for a lack of support from the Achieve community and leaders and such as yourself. And really For some of you out there listening, you might hear a little bit of an accent. I'm originally from South Africa. And, truth be told, I've been here for 23 years, but sometimes I still pinch myself and I wonder how I got where I am and how I managed to, build the life that I did. And I'm very fortunate and very grateful. I come from a background of 3 industries. I was a performer for 20 plus years. I was a musical theater major. I had a fitness business for a while, which I still am in that industry as well as I was deeply entrenched in the beauty industry. I was also an esthetician cosmetologist. So I've had my fair share of industries and also learning so much from everything that I've experienced. Now being part of this beautiful business building community, I've been part of Achieve Systems since 2008. And as you said, I'm a co-owner. I'm married to the CEO and founder of the company. And it's just been an incredible journey, learning the ropes of entrepreneurship through the years. I've learned so much about sales, marketing, branding, and everything else involved in running a successful business. And now I'm just really passionate about sharing all that with any entrepreneur and business owner out there who is looking to level up their business and grow. So that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah. And then as far as like the progress that Achieve has gone through, I guess part of the background that I saw was you're originally more of a health and wellness focused community with Rob's background. And I think once everything opened back up after the lockdowns, he saw a big need, and you were a part of that with just for small business owners and entrepreneurs in general. And my perspective is you guys have attracted a lot of top professionals in the industry, speakers. Why don't you talk about your perspective of your growth?
It's been a really fascinating journey. When I joined in 2008, it was all fitness professionals. Actually, the first conference that I went to was in Las Vegas. I remember it like yesterday. I had just retired from stage and decided to start my own fitness business. I am a Pilates, yoga, kettlebell, personal trainer, all the things, instructors. And sitting down with Robert at that conference, it was, and I think you can probably speak to that as well, because everyone who joins Achieve at some point gets a chance to sit down with him. He is an incredible visionary. And he tends to, I think his superpower is he can definitely visualize and see things for his entrepreneurs that they don't necessarily see for themselves yet. He really opened my eyes to so many possibilities and things that I could do. And as you mentioned in the introduction, I did end up, through the help of Rob and Achieve, growing a very successful kettlebell certification company, which I managed to sell about 2.5 years ago now for a wonderful profit, which is something that at that time I could have never, ever even envisioned. It wasn't even in my scope. But he saw that vision for me way back when. And so, watching Achieve grow, when Rob and I decided to be serious and get married and all that stuff, 2011, I moved to Denver. And that is when we mutually decided to rebrand. And it became Achieve Systems as opposed to Achieve Fitness Systems, which it used to be back in the day. And we expanded into the wellness industry. So then we had therapy, and we had wellness, we had nutrition, we had fitness, we had all the wellness and health things. And Rob was very passionate about helping entrepreneurs in the wellness space because that's where we both are from. And he really noticed a need because that industry specifically, I think, are so passionate about helping people and are so educated in their field, but not at all in how to grow and build a successful business. So that is where the passion for this started, and where it all came from is really helping these service-based individuals who spend all their time exchanging time for money, right? And not really understanding the concept of including multiple revenue streams in their businesses to create wealth, and the general workings of creating a successful business. And so that's really the mission and the foundation on which Achieve is built. I always like to dispel right in the beginning for people that we are not a networking group. We network a ton, and that is just one of the very many resources that we offer our entrepreneurs. But then, as you said, as the journey went along, a couple years ago, after living through the pandemic, as we all had, we really realized that all the resources and everything that we offer our health and wellness professionals, we've had a lot of inquiries and interest from other industries, and we decided to open our doors to them, because really everything that we offer is really for anybody that is an entrepreneur and business owner and who wants to grow and up level where they are.
Yeah, that was a pretty key move. And let's pivot back to Rob for a minute. And one of the biggest value adds that Achieve offers, and to get access to Rob and other leaders, is the university class that comes up, about every 2 months or so. That in itself is so priceless and worth, way beyond what you guys charge for a small membership fee. Why don't you talk a little bit about like that university progress and all the value that potential members get from that?
Absolutely, Charlie. Rob loves to make himself available to the community, but as it goes with any leader of any organization, he is super busy. And so for people to spend time with him in a room is really unique. And he is extremely good at what he does. Interesting fact, back when I joined in 2008, I went through university, but it was a completely different experience, and he wasn't even teaching the class. One of his leaders taught the class. So I think it's very unique that he takes the time. It's 2 days, 2 full days, it's 18 hours with him, and he covers so much. And not because, you might think I'm a little biased because he's my husband, but he's extremely good at what he does. And I know you've done Achieve University a few times and can attest to this, that it's a really, really top-notch, high-level training. People who are high level and have gone through trainings with some of the most renowned mentors out there have commented that this is definitely one of the best business building trainings they've ever been through. So I can definitely vouch for that and say it's well worth way more than what we charge for it. And really, Robert covers everything from the very foundation of business plan development, ROI, funnel development, all the things that business coaches cover. But I think he has such a unique perspective and unique way, and he really gives the community actionable steps to take. I think when you walk out of that class, you know exactly what you need to go and do and what to implement to be successful. And that, I think, is key with this training. I feel like everyone who walks out of there takes the ones who take the steps and do what they're asked to do really reap the rewards and see the results after that. But it's a unique, very special experience.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Some of the things that I was able to implement were a catalog and a media kit. Why don't you talk about some of those like real tangible things that small business owners and entrepreneurs can start implementing to gain more visibility, brand recognition, and things like that are important?
Yes, Charlie. And the interesting thing is that it's really so simple, It's nothing crazy and nothing that you haven't heard of before. But the thing is, if you put those things together and you have them all ready to go, you are primed and ready to sell, and you're branded properly. And that's what this comes down to. So, Rob really talks about the A5. And so he talks about you having your landing page ready, absolutely having a video, some type of introduction video, because as we all know, in today's world, everyone's much more likely to engage in a video than read something, right? And so your introduction video, your one sheet, whether it is a one sheet bio or a speaker one sheet, or a one sheet that just summarizes your business, depending on what you do, that one sheet is so important, something you can just send off to people easily. Your catalog, of course, the catalog is huge. A lot of people underestimate the power of representing yourself in a well-branded, colorful, beautiful catalog that puts all your services in one place for people to view. Actually, one of our members who recently went through university, she actually walked out of university with very little experience, but once she had her catalog and sent that out, she got a 7-figure deal within 2 weeks, and they actually commented that they awarded her that contract because of how well branded she was, and literally because of her catalog. So that was huge. And then what piece am I missing? I'm missing one thing. Can't think. A press kit, right? So your press kit.
So yeah, I would say, yeah. And in addition to that, I would say he helps you like envision where you want to go and come up with these different revenue streams, which is very
Right.
important. And getting you to think outside the box a little bit and developing these other ways to increase revenue.
Yes, so revenue streams are huge. We really preach 7+ revenue streams. If you want a 7 or 8-figure business, the only way to really get there and sustain it and maintain it is through having your revenue streams in place. So, Rob teaches his Spider Ninja, which is a very unique way of explaining the revenue streams, and for you to visualize it and put it together for your business. And so one of the main things we do is we help you as an entrepreneur create those revenue streams. And we're really passionate about you creating your own revenue streams, as opposed to just tapping into other people's businesses for revenue streams, which is always an option. I mean, there's always the affiliate programs and things that you can do, but we highly encourage our entrepreneurs to create their own. In other words, we help author and publish books. We help create education workshops and master education programs, get it accredited, branded, and bring it to market. So we do all that stuff for you. And we don't do it for you. We guide you on how to do it, and we show you how exactly. We help with product invention. We have a speaker bureau. We encourage our members to become speakers because, as you know, highest conversion for any kind of offer is if you get out there and you speak, and much more. I mean, there's like 58 plus 60+ revenue streams that we offer, and we help. We can help you create apps. We can help you create membership programs, right? All these things that we have all the systems in place, and all you have to do is plug into these systems, and we show you exactly how to create these and then implement them in your business to help you up level and create passive and additional revenue streams. That's really what changed my financial life, was understanding, and of course my favorite revenue stream is education, because so many people underestimate their ability to create workshops, education, and then of course our specialty, the master education program, where we show you how to create a certification program where you can certify others to do what you do. And that then becomes a passive revenue stream, right? Because you have people teaching for you and you make a percentage on what they do. So for me, that was a huge game changer.
Yeah, and so even if you're like a what I call a blue collar business owner, uh, you know, you can take what your expertise is and develop that into modules or an education system. Like for example, my car detailer does amazing work, and he gets the coolest business ever with these supercars. So I was just talking to him about, how he wants to grow his business. And he was sharing just that, how he wants to teach others to do the same thing. I'm like, oh, you got to check out Achieve. So he's coming to this concert, and I'm really excited, especially for these blue collar businesses. There's a lot of gold in the blue collar world. And people are looking for a way to break free of the matrix of just the 9 to 5 and build their own thing. Why don't we get into a little bit about how Achieve also really embraces events and conferences,
Yes.
and
Oh,
we're kind of
yes.
going with all that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charlie. And before I go into that, I just want to say the whole education piece, the publishing a book, and all the other revenue streams that are so big, speaking, not only is that great to create, income, but it's credibility, visibility. It's really a great way to brand yourself and stand out and set yourself apart from what everyone else is doing, right? So yes, on to events. Now, I said that we are not a networking organization, but oh my gosh, do we do a lot of that? Because as we all know, as business owners, we cannot remain the best kept secret, because then we will never prosper. We'll never do well if we're not out there. We don't show up. I'm a big proponent. My program's called the Show Up Program. And it's really about being visible and being out there as your business brand, as the representative of your business. So events, of course, it is our way of bringing our community together in live. We have live and virtual events, but we are great proponents of our live events because we do recognize the value of people being in the same room and really be belly to belly and connect. So aside from Achieve University, which is also a live event, and we already discussed, we have currently we have 3 live conferences a year. We're expanding to 5 next year. We're going to add one in Orange County and one in Florida. Right now, our 3 events are all in Denver because that's kind of where we are localized, although our community is totally national and now international, as you know. So we have people fly out from all over the world. We had a member fly out from the UK last year, and we have members in Africa and in Canada. It's all happening. But our conferences are wonderful. Rob has been doing conferences for 28 years. So he's honed it down. It's really a turnkey by now, but we always go to a lot of trouble. We get the best speakers. We're all about actionable content with our speakers, business building content. We love our motivational, inspirational speakers, but we really after those ones who give our audience actionable stuff that they can go do tomorrow to build their businesses. So that's always what we look for. Our conference room always has upward of 20 to 30 vendors, and then we're always somewhere between the currently the 200 and 300 mark with attendees, and growing fast. We project that within a year from now we're going to have rooms more like 5 to 600 people in the room. So it's really wonderful. Everyone that comes to these conferences are business owners and entrepreneurs, so you will be right in there with your people from all industries, people that you can collaborate with, network with. So the conferences are huge. They're my favorite, but we also do a lot of happy hours. We have a networking events system, which is another revenue stream for our members that they can tap into. So they can start their own networking events. We have it all blueprinted and mapped out for you to incorporate as a revenue stream in your business, as well as create credibility and visibility for your business and set yourself up as a leader in your community. And then, of course, we have our virtual events. We have our mastermind calls. We have 5 of those a week. Every day, one is led by one of our leaders. So every day is a little different. And then on Fridays, we have our virtual networking event that is hosted by our networking expert, Phyllis Benstein. And she runs that virtual networking event for us every Friday. So absolutely plenty of opportunity, as well as we collaborate with other event systems, other organizations that hold events, so that we can provide more stages for our speakers as well, but also more opportunity for our members to go out, join into other events, and also broaden their spectrum as far as connecting with other entrepreneurs. So I know that's a mouthful, but there you go. You asked.
Yes, and it is a lot to experience and highly recommend it. I just put up the website for the main homepage, and then if you look at the top, there's a banner about the events. So if you have the time coming up, maybe you can catch this one coming up in October, but then we have February and June, and you get to visit Colorado, so that's a plus too.
Yes.
So one of my success stories is actually attending one of your events. I think it was close to 2 years ago, and very inspirational and inspired me to really consider a magazine, because I'm in the crypto industry, and part of my research and reading is the Bitcoin magazine, and I'm like, ooh, there's not a cryptocurrency magazine or digital assets. And so really dug into it and did a lot of research and launched Goose Magazine. So that's been, just like a true tangible result of coming to your conferences. So, beyond that, what I also really appreciate is those speakers are more inspirational and visionaries and help you to think differently. And it's not a pitch fest, which is great too. And your model is to set up the vendors, and if people have an interest, they can go seek out the help and find more information. So I think, for people that do go to conferences and having to sit through a sales talk is brutal. So, again, just can't speak more highly of the model and how you guys design things. So with the expansion beyond Colorado, California and Florida, um, how can other people maybe want to participate with Achieve in their region or part of the world?
Get involved. Yes, absolutely. Charlie, most of our resources you can tap into them from anywhere. Again, we have the virtual calls. And of course, Denver is so central. It makes it easy for people to be able to get to us and join us for the live events, etc. However, we also have now, aside from networking event systems, which you can really open one anywhere in the country, we have them all over the country. You can also start your own conferences. We show you how to do that. And we show you also how to start the Achieve conferences in your area. We also have ambassadors all over. As you know, we don't advertise. The way Achieve grows is through referral only. And so we have ambassadors nationwide, people who actually use Achieve as a revenue stream. So when you promote us and you bring people into us, it can definitely give you a good piece of income, as we pay a referral commission to anyone who refers members to us. So that's big. And then, of course, we have our online resource center, where everything that I talked about, and I can't believe I didn't mention the magazines, but all the systems that we have in place for you to create these revenue streams and plug into all these business systems are available online in our online resource center. It kind of runs like an online course almost, but there's also everything in there, from marketing plans, sales plans, business plan development templates and packets, to legal documents that you might need for your business, as well as all the mastermind calls get recorded and uploaded. So, if there's a specific topic that you want to research, you can go in there, and there's possibly a call on that in there for you to listen to. And so lots of online resources for people who are remote. And then, of course, the mastermind calls are huge. You get to tap in every day. We don't expect anyone to be on all of them, of course, but they are there for you to get on, not only for advice or to ask questions and mastermind over problems or issues you might have, but also to connect with the rest of the community and get to know other members and what they do and how you can collaborate with them, how you can refer with them, how you can power partner with them. And we really build a very strong culture within the community. And again, I believe you can attest to this. Our community are educated in how to support each other in their businesses, because for so many entrepreneurs, we feel so alone in our mission, right? We feel like we got to do everything by ourselves. And it's just wonderful to have the support of the community and know that there are people in the community set up to assist you and help you when you are stuck, or to collaborate with, to refer with, to power partner with, and do projects together. We're all here to help each other grow. And I always say to our new members, keep in mind that when you come to our community, I think typically when people network, they're kind of closed-minded in that they think that, okay, I'm going to go meet someone there, and then that could be a potential client. But think about having a room full of entrepreneurs and business owners. Each one of these people have their own network. So not only are you meeting these people, but you have the opportunity to become visible to their networks and do things together. I always say tap into other people's audiences, right? That's where the power lies, and that's where the big growth sits. And that is part of what we offer here in a big way. I don't know if I went on a tangent. I hope I answered your question.
No, that's really good. And yeah, the participation part is pretty key within the community. You get out of what you invest in yourself and the community. And one of the things that's been fascinating too is how I've really seen a lot of growth in media. Why don't you talk a little bit about so we're on Achieve TV and podcasting, things like that, and how if someone's interested in that, how they can leverage other people's audiences.
Absolutely. Yes, Charlie. So yes, here we are. We are on Achieve TV, another revenue stream that we offer, as well as podcasting with the Mentor Studio. That we've got the LA Tribune involved now. So there's so much opportunity. And again, it all comes back to visibility, right? Visibility, credibility, visibility. And the more of these types of things you can do, you're talking about media, multimedia, the magazine, TV show, podcasting. That's where it's at now, guys. I know, Charlie, you're on the forefront of everything with the cryptocurrency and the digital stuff that you are doing is so on the forefront of what's happening. And as business owners, we have to realize too, we can't stick to just the conventional anymore. We have to get ourselves out there. And when it comes to visibility, this right here, what we are doing right now, is definitely right now on the cutting edge of what entrepreneurs should be doing to become visible and to tap into other people's audiences. Because our goal as entrepreneurs is to be there to support other entrepreneurs in our community and serve their customers and be a complement to what they are doing. It's no longer, that prosperity mindset it's not about competition ever. It's about how can I contribute and how can I add to what that person is already doing? How can I serve their community in a way that complements what they're already giving? And that is how you effectively tap into other people's audiences, is by offering them something that's a complement to the follower, the person that they're, I'm here with you today. You have a following. People follow you because of what you offer them. I'm here to contribute and complement what you are doing. And if it falls on anybody's ear that can really use this kind of help or support, then I am too grateful and glad that I was able to be visible to them. And you're offering the opportunity by having this platform. So every entrepreneur and business owner should look into what are the ways that they can be more visible. And of course, in Achieve, we offer all these opportunities too. We have the TV station, we have the magazine systems, and we have the podcasting division as well as the speaker division. So these are definitely the big thinkers' way of getting out there.
All right. So I'm hearing a lot of your mantras that I get used to and hanging around with you. Let's talk about you a little bit. And why don't you share with us like what you do to help entrepreneurs and a little bit of your journey too.
Thank you, Charlie. Well, I mentioned that I've had many chapters. I've done many different things. Never, ever did I imagine I would be where I am now and doing what I'm doing. But my passion really is to help entrepreneurs, business owners, speakers, and leaders step into their power. Look, if we don't believe in ourselves, if we don't believe in what we do and what we offer, how can we expect our prospects, our clients, and others out there to be attracted to us if we don't stand by what we do? So I call myself a confidence and success coach. I'm all about helping my clients gain confidence in themselves and what they have to offer through various different channels. I do some business coaching, but most of my coaching is centered around the person, because you are your brand. You are the billboard for your business. People want what you have to offer, but not because of what that is. It's more about who you are and how you present what you have. And so I really help you brand yourself, help you with your confidence in what you're offering and how you're putting yourself out there in the world. How are you showing up as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a speaker? And how are people perceiving you? And is it attractive to them? Are they attracted to who you are and what you have to offer? And so that is really as a result of my experience in the performance industry, the fitness industry, and the beauty industry, that I've brought all of the years of experience that I have together. I mainly work on communication skills. How are you communicating? How are you showing up? Posture, body language, those types of things, as well as business systems and having the right image in place for people to be and feel attracted to you and your business and what you have to offer.
Yeah. And so we've talked about a lot, and for someone starting out as a business owner, maybe feels a little overwhelmed. Do you have maybe a couple tips to like how to get started simply, or a couple first steps?
Yes, absolutely. With regards to what I teach and what I coach, I mean, of course, if you decide or when you decide to join Achieve, we are going to help you brand yourself. We're going to help you get your business systems in place. We're going to help you get all the processes in place. But from my perspective, where I come from is you can have all those things in place, but if people aren't attracted to you, all those things really aren't going to be as successful as they can. So my advice would be, I always say your income will never outgrow your level of self-development. So self-development really, I believe, is huge. And if you're going to start anywhere with your business, I would say, aside from getting the systems in place and getting your programs ready and doing all that stuff, digging deep and looking at yourself and looking at what is it that you're offering, and who is it that you're offering it to, and how to position yourself so that you can attract that specific audience. It comes back to good habits. Start looking at yourself. Look at what are your daily habits. How are you encouraging yourself and inspiring yourself? Because look, as entrepreneurs, we don't have anyone telling us in the morning, get up, go, 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 do that thing. What are you doing to keep yourself motivated and inspired? And, if you need tools or help on that, please reach out. I have a lot of tools, but right now, let's just say, look at your daily routines and how you can hone those. And what are you doing first thing in the day? Is the first thing you do pick up your phone and check your email? Or do you spend a little time to self-reflect and look at your goals and your vision and what it is and where you're going and what you need to do to get there? I would really recommend the latter. I would recommend make some time to really reflect on what it is you really want in life. And our ultimate goal in life has never really got anything to do with the money or the income, right? It's what do you want to be there? What do you want to represent? What is the legacy you want to leave? And then we can help you come up with a plan, or you can come up with a plan, or find someone to help you come up with a plan to get you there. That would be my number one piece of advice.
Yeah, that's really important. I'm glad you said legacy because, a lot of people don't think about that. And, you had that wonderful result of selling one of your businesses. And, that is the potential. And creativity too, I think, hasn't been mentioned yet, but that's where, there's some business owners look at direct sales or even multi-level marketing platforms because they're not in that creative mindset yet. But that's one thing that I've really seen achieve, really like pull that creativity out and create this vision. All right, so I guess if you don't have anything else to add, I know you're running out of time and me as well. I have a speaking gig because of Achieve coming up today. Yeah, so super excited for that. Let's wrap it up. Again, if we missed anything that came to mind, or again, we can talk, close on the conference.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's so much, Charlie, and I love this conversation. And I'm so glad you brought up creativity, because as a business owner, we have to keep reinventing ourselves. Otherwise, there's no longevity there. So thanks for bringing that up. But yes, the conference, wonderful 3 days, the 19th till the 21st of October here in Denver, Colorado. If you'd like more information, you can go to Achieve Biz Conferences, Achieve BIZ conferences.com. There's information there. We usually do a welcome reception on the Thursday evening. The Friday is a unique and fantastic day. It's everyone's favorite. We do our Power Leads Day. We spend the whole morning doing 7-minute meetings. So we do power speed networking. And then in the afternoon, we have all our amazing leaders each host a mastermind table. So we have tables of 10 people at each table. Each table takes half an hour. You get to connect with different leaders and other people at the table. There potentially will be people that you didn't have a chance to speed network with in the morning. So you really get to do a day of networking and connecting and masterminding, which is fantastic. And then Saturday is our main day, always amazing speakers, wonderful vendors, and a room full of heart-centered, inspired entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and
we'd like to invite you all. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I guess one of the results that I came across is you just never know who you're going to meet, who you're going to sit next to, and it's shocking, like some of the people, like what they've built already, and so that's inspiring too. So that's such a plus with having live events again. So thank you for providing this resource, this community. It's been a wonderful key part of my success, and excited to grow with you guys. So thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, Charlie. Thanks for having me, and thanks to everybody out there who's listening.
Yes, hope to see you live in person. If you do join us, come and introduce yourself, and we'll make you comfortable and introduce you to some other people too. So thank you again, Vanessa, and we'll see you in person soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charlie. Bye.
Bye-bye.